November 4th, Stock Playbook. This is Dave Dispinette with a little peek at what we do on a nightly basis for our subscribers. Sign up for a free trial at www.thestockplaybook.com. Dow Jones closed down 61 points, 0.5%. NASDAQ Composite down 11 points, 0.4%. S&P 500 just shy of 8 points lower, 0.6%. All three indexes were much lower, but managed to climb back and cut their gains, better than in half by the end of the day. All eyes are on Greece. They have the no confidence vote. Is Pup Andrew going to be the prime minister on Monday? It's going to be a rough weekend. We'll have to wait and see. So really, the market isn't giving us any clue yet. It doesn't matter what the market does. It's all about Europe and Greece. Locally, Skull Candy, SKUL, an earnings play we had, knocked the cover off the ball. Great revenues, great earnings, continuing making its way up the right side of its base. I wouldn't chase it up here, but for those of you who bought the $15 calls, as I did, for $1, $1.20, depending on when you got in, got an opportunity to get out of those today between 260 and 295, and I sold half, took my money plus a little bit off the table. The rest I'm going to let it ride for a couple days and see if I can get this thing closer to the 18.5, 19 level. At $4 for my option, a 300% return, I'll take the rest off of the table and look for yet another idea. Another idea might be ZLTQ. We talked about this stock as they were shaking the tree down here at 14, now 16 and change, hit a new high today. Second day in a row of decent volume. Zeltic Aesthetics, they came public at $13 a share. They develop a controlled cooling system to selectively reduce fat bulges that may not respond to diet or exercise. Good solid triple-digit revenue growth, new name. And while I'm getting ready to do this video, I couldn't help but oversee Jim Cramer talking about a lot communications. For those of you that are longtime listeners, we started buying a lot ALLT communications back in 2009, back here when it was just $2 a share. We've made a ton of money on this name, but just wanted to send out some props to Jim Cramer for finally recognizing a stock, even though it's up, 700% from where we started buying it. This is a great company, Israeli provider of network optimization products from service providers to manage network traffic and internet access. Good solid revenue growth. Triple-digit earnings growth. Earnings look great for as far as the eye could see. If you look at the weekly chart here, institutions move stock, and the institutions are buying this stock. You got 71 of them in here, and while the stock is up multiples from when we first recommended it, we still think a lot communication has its better days in front of it. I would not chase this thing on some Cramer bounce on Monday, but if it pulls back, when you get an opportunity to buy this at the 14 to 15, I'd even go to 15.5 level. I think a lot communications is a name that, even though it's gone up a few 100% from when we first featured it, I think the stock could still go up over 100% from these levels for those patient enough to ride it out. That's it for the playbook. You want to see some of our other trading ideas and earnings plays we have lined up for next week? Sign up for a free trial at thestockplaybook.com. Have a good night, a good weekend, and I will talk with you on Monday.